Hey everybody, this is Dan. I'm going to relace an H-web from a Rawlings today. The design at the base of an H-web on a Rawlings is a little bit different than the design on a Wilson H-web. This is a little H-web on an 11.5 inch Pro 200 Rawlings. This is a pretty nice older model. I'm going to go ahead and get started by trimming and putting the needle on both ends of my lace. Of course I'll be putting 1/4 inch lace in this. This tan is from USA Sports Direct, and they get it directly from Tennessee Tanning, so you can be rest assured that the tan that's going in this glove is the same as what Rawlings would use. So I've got 2 needles. It's much quicker and much easier to use 2 needles on your one piece of lace. Today we're going to start in the top tunnel. That's up at the top. This is something that I picked up along the way, I believe from Baseball Fan 2010, who made mention that working from the top down is much easier than trying to fit through the tunnels on the back of the web while part of it is already laced on. So I'm going to start from the top, and let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start in the top 2 holes on each side. And try to work backwards so it's a little bit easier for you to see. That one over. You want to leave just a little bit of slack here. Makes it easier to put the fingertips and web spiral lace on. And let's just pull that. Pulls itself right together. So we start at the top. This is what it looks like on the inside. Go ahead and give yourself a little twist, get you to lay down flat. Go in the second hole and come out on each side. So we've got one side done, and we're going to work on the other side. So now my lace is back onto the other side at the top, the second hole down. And you can see with 2 needles you work down evenly, there's no unevenness. And we can make sure everything's the same. So now I'm going back into the web, into the second tunnel. I'm going to do that on both sides. Make sure it's not twisted. Give yourself just a little bit of room there. What I usually like to do when I'm done with that is pull this one back to the side and go ahead and form that little twist that you'll need to get into the bar. And then I'm going to do the same on this side. Nice and even, quick. So here's what I've got so far. I've got my top bar laced on. This is what it looks like on the inside. And now I can get into these posts much easier. So you can see I've already got the lace going. I'm going to give it a little bit of a twist so that my smooth side will lay down just like that. So once you get it put in there, it'll be just the exact same. So I've got a little bit of a twist here to get it going. Do one part at a time. So you can see I've just got it going right into that tunnel or that post. That's what I've got so far. So the lace comes out here and then goes into the post. So if you laced it from the bottom up, you would be trying to enter this post or leave this post and enter the top tunnel with the rest of the web on this side completely laced. So you're gonna have to be wrangling it and finagling it just to be able to gain access to these holes. So lacing from the top down, everything's open and everything's easy to see. So then I'm gonna give it a little tug to finish that up. So you can see now I've done the top bar and I've entered the hole into the post, and I've got my lace coming out of the post. So I go ahead and give it another little twist to get it ready to enter the bar. Here's my bar. Watch how easy this is. So I can take my lace, I got the bar, everything's open, it's easy to see, it's easy to manipulate, and I've entered the bar on one side, and then I grab the lace and do the same on the other side. So if you're lacing from the bottom up, all of this is going to be tight together. You're going to have to pull really hard. So now my lace is coming from the bar, or from the post and back into the bar on both sides. Now it's just a matter of simply taking up the slack, and there we go. So we repeat the process downward. This is also much easier if you're swapping an H-web onto a mod trap. The way to fill the extra holes. So now I've got the top of that bar, lace coming in, give it your little twist. I like to mash it a little bit just to make it flat. So you can see I've got the rest of the glove laced. Typically that is the order that I'll do it in. The web will be last. If you put the web on first, the glove is, a lot more closed off, so when you're trying to get some of these things, it's just a little more difficult. So now I'm going to go into the bottom tunnel of the bar, okay, and again I'm just going to come right out, nice and easy. So just like this, I just went in, came out, very easy. I'm going to flip that back. I'm going to do the same thing on the index side. In and right out. So now I've got the bar on. That's what it looks like here. So I'm going to get it into the posts to go down. Some gloves, if the post is pretty short here, you see there's only about an inch of room here, it can be kind of tight. So it's near impossible to do it from the bottom up just because of the space you have to work in. So this is kind of where we're started. So I come out of the bar and go into the post. This is where we're at now. So I'm in the post and then pull it tight. Shh. Alright, never a dull moment. Okay, so here we are, we're at the base. You can see I'm going to go into this top tunnel here of the base, so I'm going to come through here and come out, and the same here. Get my little half turn. I guess it's more like a quarter turn. So this one you got to kind of think about before you put the lace in. Just the way it's going to lay in there. Tight. So we are almost done. This is where it starts to get different from that Wilson 6-hole base like on the 1799. If you'll remember, the 6-hole base has a hole here, and the lace comes out and then simply goes around on the inside of the pocket and comes out. On Rawlings and the ones with the 4 holes at the bottom, the lace comes between here and here on the pocket, out here, and then there's a little hidden part between here and here. So I'm going to show you that today. So go ahead and get this part here. Okay, so I'm on the few remaining holes here. And do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so now the top of my tunnel is attached. My little spin, make sure the smooth side is out. Okay. There's that. Do the same thing on this side. So you notice that we're just coming out one hole of the pocket and out the web.